catches people, everybody's attention. It's Pitbull. Come on.
Yeah. Hi,
And
everybody.
Men in Black 3.
What?
It's from Men in Black 3.
Well,
You
that's
don't
why I
see
don't
the
know it.
movies I do.
No, I don't. I don't watch your stupid stuff.
Anyways.
Get out of
Wow.
here. Yeah.
All right. I think we got everybody in here that we needed to.
Hey, butterfly girl.
Oh.
Everybody.
All right. So, since we got a majority of individuals in here this evening, welcome into the live. Make sure you're tapping out the screen and liking the live. It's been a very busy week for a lot of individuals.
It's sunrise.
I've been helping as many people as I can. There's a young lady on here that I still have to reach out, and I do have the resources for her conversion fan. Being that she's handicapped, I just got to get it to them. Other good news on the horizon. One person did land a job that I was working with, and we still need to. I did reach out to one of the commanders at the Legions, and they were unable to assist me on resources for her, but I'm still looking. It doesn't say that I don't stop, and it's a never-ending battle with a lot of these organizations. However, um, I did put in some links for the resource link tree for wigs for cancer patients, as well as individuals that are suffering from hair loss. Yeah, yeah. Austin Tamargo is a great guy. Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's my
don't think
boy.
so. Yeah,
Oh, man.
yeah. He's a model citizen. Uh, but no, the resource link tree's grown and gotten bigger. So we're gonna do that. I don't want to hear about Austin Tamargo. He's a joke. Anyways, but yeah, if you need assistance for wigs or assistance on that kind of stuff, um, they have it. So TikTok Mayhem, how you doing? But yeah, that's the intro to the resources for wigs and makeup. Um, so reach out to them. They're at the top of the list of the resources. Now, that being said, let's get into what I like to call the meat and potatoes of what we're going to get into this evening with individuals that have been on this app constantly begging. Sorry if it runs into the chat. My apologies. I'll change it. Red flags to look at when it comes to beggars and scammers. A lot of them are narcissists. So just to let you know. Red flag number one. Do they have a consistent story? How you doing, Sandy? Do they have a consistent story? Or are they constantly always telling the same thing? Their stories will change each and every single time. It doesn't matter. They'll turn around and throw up anything that they want to manipulate people into giving you money. Do they make eye contact with the chat? Like right now, I'm reading the chat. I'm looking at the chat. I'm identifying questions that may be asked in the chat. Do they make eye contact with the camera when they're talking? No. Most of the time they don't. They'll look off to the side. They'll turn around and just fade off, or they'll get distracted easily. Do they refuse resources at first? Yeah, most of them will. They don't want the resources. They don't need the resources. They don't like the resources. And which leads to the next one. They'll mute or block you in a heartbeat. Truth to be told, they don't want that information put out there. Because the minute they do, they lose control of their lives. Okay. They lose control of their lives. And then they have to change their narrative to fit their lives. and they're constantly going off on their own rant. I saw that this afternoon with Detroit Nike, who decided to rage bait people. And they rage that was in that live that was not falling for it was smart. Hands down, smart individuals. They paid attention, they read the room, and they weren't giving him a dime. He just wanted $850. Now, he did get some money. He got it down to 808 when I left. But that in itself told everybody, hey, look, this guy's rage baiting. And the one video that he wasn't going to leave to go back to Detroit, and they hit the nail on the head. They were absolutely correct. He was still in that apartment. He never got the bus ticket. He never turned around and left. So that in itself makes him a narcissist. He lied through his teeth, and that's facts. The other red flags that you will see, do they have banners with their Cash App, PayPal, Venmos up on the screen? If they do, they only want one thing. They don't want resources. They want your money. Flat out, straight out, they want your money. But let's go back to the actual thing that actually I would ask, is it their money? No, it's not. It's your money. And granted, it is your choice if you want to give it. Hi, Sapphire. How you doing? Welcome in live, everybody. Tap the screen, like the live, get it out. You know, it's your choice, but here's the thing. They don't care if you give them the money ultimately because they're going to get it from somebody. Somehow, some way, they're going to get it, no matter what. How you doing? And the thing is, don't ever believe anybody on a social media app if they turn around and say, I'll pay you back. Because that is the straight lie. Because that's what narcissists do. They will lie constantly. Now, I do have another picture. This one will be a little easier on the eyes. But, there we go. Sorry if it runs into the chat. But this is red flags for narcissism, which almost always, every single time, will point to the direction of what a beggar and a scammer will constantly do, whether it be, yeah, Brenda, exactly, from this country or any other country at all. Well, and that's Mark Russell's fault. That's not any of ours. But these are telltale signs of a narcissist, but also leads to beggars. I mean, this is Kim Peters in itself. Lack of empathy, that's Detroit Nike. And compassion, he has none. He has none for anybody. He only wants everybody else's money, just not his. So, I mean, adults who need constant instructions about breaking or treating people with respect or common decency. Detroit Nike, Kim, they have none. None whatsoever. And if, yeah, Gummy Bear, he's Gummy Man, Gummy Mouth is more like it, in my opinion. But these are common examples. They'll never be happy. They're self-absorbed into their goal, what they want. They have no self-awareness or self-reflection on how they're doing or how they're improving. They will constantly lie, deceive, which is the very core to who and what makes them beggars and scammers on this app or any other app for that matter. Would it be Happer, Clapper, or I'm Not So Favorited? They're going to run it on any platform they can. How you doing, Chang? They're loud and arrogant. Look at Kim, prime example. She's constantly loud. Look at Detroit Nike, constantly loud and very hateful to other people. And then that builds up to what's known as rage baiting, which he gets the group to turn around and constantly keep talking. And yelling, and then that makes other people feel sorry for him. And that starts playing their emotional heartstrings. Yeah, Ty's the same way, and this is fitting for all of them because this sits with all beggars and scammers that are on here because they don't want the help, they don't want the resources. They're loud and obnoxious, and they start yelling and screaming, swearing, and going off the handle. They ignore people, they ignore their chats, and they only want everything for themselves. Hypocritical. They accuse others. Prime example. Yeah, that is what leads up to what narcissism is, which by all means, I'm straight out honest, that is every single person that's on this app that's begging for other people's money. Instead of standing up for themselves and saying, hey, look, I can improve to be better, they choose to run this way. Now, I class begging in three classes. And this is my thoughts on how I do it. You have the dry bag. The dry bag is when they sit there and say, well, I would really love to get this, but I know I can't afford it. That's a dry bag right there, right off the bat. Then you have what's known as wet bag. It's both begging, but also in the same aspect, you're throwing in dry bag as well. How you doing, Birdie? You're throwing in dry bag as well. So it's a combination of dry bag and straight begging. I mean, they're mixing it up approaches to get their money. And we've seen it all across the board. I mean, look at David Pack. He'll sit there and turn around and talk so quietly that you can't understand what he's saying. But yet he wants to turn around and take your money. And that's his whole goal. He wants your money, and that's it. That to me is his form of begging, but ASMR begging in a sense, because he's doing it, but not doing it to a point where you can't hear him. So then you gotta ask him, speak up. Now, then the other one is just straight out, flat out begging, which so far, what I've seen this week, every single one of them have been doing it. They straight out beg. They want your money. Detroit Nike wanted your money. Mark Russell wants your money, even though Mark Russell sits there and says, I am working. No, you're not, Mark. Okay, thanks, Becca. No, you're not, Mark. I mean, look, look at Maggie Foster. When was the last time you think any time, a point in life that she's actually worked? And I'm going to reiterate this too, because I've also heard individuals come out and say it, that TikTok is their job. Let's break that down. If you feel that it's your job, okay, good. How's TikTok benefits working out for you? How's the insurance? You got to stay on here and constantly think that it's a job? Or how about their dental or eye program? Yeah, and Maggie has gone to more concerts because susceptible people keep giving that woman money, even though she's getting SSI. I would not give that woman a dime. So, to getting the individuals the money. And that makes up, well, I'll have another live all about the mods. And I'll throw pictures up and profile pictures up of some of the mods for these individuals because, you know, if it's their greatest gift to actually mod for a beggar or a scammer, well, then look at you go. You've accomplished one of two things: nothing, in my opinion. And the second thing you've accomplished, you scammed and helped scam other people of their money. So you're no better than the beggar and scammer themselves. And a lot of them, and look, I'm only going to be honest when I say this, I've seen a lot of them time in and time out, mothers of children. So you're going to sit here and tell me that you have nothing else better to do, with family than to turn around and mod for a beggar to make yourself feel important in life. Instead of modding for them, why don't you turn around and give them advice? I'm just saying, you know. But yeah, a lot of them are begging. I mean, Erica Haas, Detroit Nike, Kim Peters. One that I'm going to really focus on tonight, Sierra Cece. She's going to turn around and get put up tonight because I have not seen any kind of improvement whatsoever from her, and I've offered her assistance. She has not gotten back to me for any additional help, and I have screenshots of our DMs and our conversations to what I offered her for resources. So henceforth, the reason why I'm not offering boxes up right away. My apologies. I want to make sure I get this out. But you know, if she sat and wanted help, she would have turned around and gotten back to me. She hasn't. So, but there's a lot of things that I've noticed and been informed of from individuals. No, it's okay. Sorry. She's going to block people. Yeah, because she doesn't want the truth to come out either. And I heard her state that she stated that TikTok was her job. Dear, it is not your job. Well, we're going to get into that too, Heather, because there's questions that are going to get thrown out there that I think people deserve answers to for the safety. And I know you as mothers out there know what I'm going to be asking. But, you know, what it boils down to is red flags, what to identify. And I'll be honest with you, you have a good weekend too, Sapphire. What it goes back to, and I'll be honest with you, is to the fact that when you go into somebody's lives, don't say anything. Just go in, and what I do is I listen, look, and observe. Because when you go into a beggar's live, watch the chat, watch their reactions, watch what they say, how they say it, how they address it, how they talk to the individuals in the chat, how they talk to anybody that gets up in their boxes. And those are things that you turn around and that's what Fallon said by saying read the room, because it's true. And I'll stand 10 toes deep on that one. I don't give a crap. But that's the kind of stuff you want to start doing. Read the room. Because if you don't read the room, well, then, you know, and you sit there and say something, they're going to turn around and immediately mute or block you and go in under ghost mode. Because here's the other thing, too. It gives you an opportunity to report that individual's live for doing the wrong things. Now, I could pull up, you know, the many factors of the community guidelines in reference to frauds and scams, and I can guarantee you almost 95% of the ones that are on here are frauds and scams because they're literally, oh, okay. They're literally speaking about frauding people of their money and scamming them of their money. So that's henceforth the reason why it's considered frauds and scams. You're not supposed to do that on this app. Or I can almost guarantee you on any other app, whatever it is. But yet TikTok, for some reason, still keeps allowing it instead of enforcing what is right in their guidelines. How you doing, Mary Jo?
Yeah.
Welcome to live. Tap
Explain
screen link
ghost
live.
mode.
Yes.
Everybody's asking ghost mode. I don't know how to explain how to do
All right.
it, but they're wanting to know.
So ghost
Can't
mode,
remember how to tell them.
a good example, and I'll point it out right now. Beauty that's in the chat. She is a level 15 gifter. That will show up in somebody's live. So if I go up into the upper right hand corner, I'll be able to see where Beauty is on the list. Okay. But if I go and say, we'll look at Mystery Scout. Okay. Mystery Scout does not have their gifting level right next to them. Mystery Scout goes into that live. They won't show up in the upper right hand corner. That's what's known as ghost mode. Now,
No,
to
they're wanting to know
obtain
how to
ghost
do it.
mode,
Yeah.
yeah, no, Beauty, it's not a ghost mode because they'll see you when you go in. Now, to obtain ghost mode, see the arrow in your picture down to the bottom right-hand corner where you can share it out? Tap on that arrow, and what you're going to do is scroll over. Chrissy, yes, you are. Scroll all the way over to settings. Tap settings, and then you'll look for your gifter mode. Turn your gifter mode off or your gifting ranks off. And that will put you into ghost mode. The other thing is too is the majority of folks that are coming in here are under technical terms ghost mode. Now that being said, when you get into a person's live and you choose not to want to get involved, don't type anything. Don't share it. Don't heart it. Don't do nothing. Because the minute you do that, yeah, you're friendly ghost. The minute you do that, they will know that you're there. They will know that you're live. They'll tap on your screen and then they'll find out that you're a follower of awareness pages. And oh, God forbid, Tim and Angela, we can't have that in our lives because they know that they're scamming. They're guilty of the scamming. So, no, Ashley, you're in ghost mode. But see, everybody, that's a good example. Ashley G is in ghost mode. Now, Amber Victoria, but see, here's the other catch too. Amber Victoria has her gift rankings on. Now, here's the other thing that you can do. You could turn around and create what's known as a troll account that has no gifter rankings whatsoever, has nothing, but I would still turn them off just on the caution, a word of caution. So you turn them off, and then you can go into a scammer or a beggar's live unnoticed. They will not do that. Yes, nutcase, you did. Good job. Now you're technically ghost mode. You can go on. Yep. Amy, you did too. Beverly, yep. Yep. So you're starting to, yeah. Hold on. No, Mary Jo, you did not do it yet. So what you're going to do is going to go to the arrow over, like you're going to share the live out, and you're going to scroll all the way over to settings. You're going to tap settings, and you'll see where your gifter level is showing. Turn that off, and then nope, bugs, you're good. And then you'll be able to turn it off. Yep, Laura, you're good. No, Miss Nikki, you're still you're still gifter level, but you'll be able to turn around and turn that off, and then you'll go right into ghost mode when you come back out. No, you don't have to do it every time. Once you do it and you have it set, it is set. Now, if you want to go into somebody's live to show them support in a battle or something, then yeah, you could probably turn it on. But at least then you know that you've turned around and know how to do it now. So that's how you go ghost mode. And just remember, don't say anything to anyone. Hi, Lieber girl, how you doing? Minnesota girl, how you doing too? Yes, Miss Nikki, now you are. Good job. Good job. So, uh, let's get into our individuals that we're going to discuss this evening. Yes. Everybody's favorite. This is honorable mention, Mark Russell. He was live earlier this evening, and guess what? Mama of the Misfits, you're good. You're good. You're in ghost mode. Yeah, Mark. Mark was working hard this evening. I don't know if he was on a scoot or what, but he was working hard at nothing. No, not yet, Crystal Jean. Make sure you hit the arrow over and scroll over to your settings and turn off your gifting ranks. I don't know. Your question is good as mine. Suck it up, Buttercup. But Mark was live today, and he just wanted money. I don't know what he wanted it for, but he wasn't going to get it, as far as I can tell, because he had to reset his live because apparently, I guess he was getting multitudes of reports. Yes, don't forget, you're absolutely correct. If you type, you are seen. Shauna, yes, you are ghost mode. No, he was laying on the ground begging. Well, he's going to have a hard time getting back up off of that ground. Oh, is he in New Orleans? Oh, boy, he's been traveling around. One minute he wanted to go to back to San Antonio. Now he's in a totally different state. Wow. You know, that's narcissism right there at its best. Says he wants to go to one area, but then lies and goes to a completely different area. Figure that math out, Mark. But I figured I'd put him up. Oh, that's the other thing, too. If you get into a live and go to report them, the majority of the reports will be dependent upon the beggar and scammer, would be frauds and scams, harassment and bullying, because when you sit and think about it, they're intentionally harassing individuals to give their money to them. And you got to make sure that you write down in the paragraph what it's for. Sorry. And make sure you write it out in the paragraphs that it goes against the community guidelines. And that's not the intended purpose for this app or any other app for that matter. I don't care what anybody says. And the other thing is, too, most of them is theft by deception because they're not utilizing those funds for intended purpose. So make sure you put that in the thing. Yeah, he needs to work, but he's never going to work. He's too lazy. I mean, Scam Hopper turned around and said he was laying on the grass. But, you know, at the same time, at least he's touching grass. Yeah, I'm okay. Just dry throat. The freaking weather's lovely up here. But at least he's touching grass. More than what I could say Detroit Nike was doing. And we'll get into him in a second. Oh, so another honorable mention that I want to put up. Oh, hey, ladies and gentlemen, guess who's back? Yep, her. Crystal. Crystal's back. Crystal's back. Back again. Crystal's back. Yep. She was live this afternoon. Didn't really know what she was getting herself into, but okay, whatever. But I'm sure she'll eventually be begging. Yeah, she's an honorable mention. Oh, don't worry, Sapphire. We're going to get into Detroit Nike this evening. But yeah, she was begging. There you go. Sitting there pretty much playing the pity party on herself and everything else. But let's get into, yeah. How about this one? Erica. I'm paranoid. Haas. Yep. Gas can on the front dash. That doesn't look good, Erica. Playing the heartstrings that she needs gas, and you know, she's got the oil and she needs the oil, but she recycles oil. So I'm very proud of her for doing that. She puts a pan under her car to catch all the old oil. And she'll take it and then pour it back into the car engine. Okay. So remember, she's recycling, so that's a good thing. Oh yeah, tax time, definitely. We're gonna get into that too. She's never gonna go away. She's gonna constantly always come on here. Help thy neighbor. Gee, that almost looks like the same thing that Corey Bracken, aka Peaceful Analogy, would do. I think here's my opinion with Erica. This woman's straight out, flat out on the run. She's constantly moving to different locations to get away, obviously, from somebody. Yeah, Holy Spirit activate. That's a good one. She's constantly always on the move. She never stays in one area. And if she generally does, it's usually close to Walmart, so she can sit on the scooters and go running around the Walmart. I tried to offer her resources. She didn't want it. She said they were worthless and there was nothing down there that can help her. And, I know a peaceful analogy is rude. She doesn't want anything. She doesn't want any help. She wants everybody to just turn around and expect to give her crap. Chef Carl like $30,000. You need to start straightening up and actually adulting. Yeah, she is the one with the young daughter. That's my thoughts, but that's honorable mentions between Mark Russell and Erica. So, but let's get into the meat and potatoes of the reason why we're here for a reason. So, this guy, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, right here. This guy right here. Mystery Scout, credit goes to that individual for the usage of this picture. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Detroit Nike crying his eyes out. Now, I don't see no tears in his eyes. I don't see no redness in his eyes. Oh, yeah, it was straight out, flat out, ball babyish, fake crying. And if you're not following Mystery Scout, follow that account because that account is starting to really pick up on doing proper awareness videos. And they're in the chat. I give them a lot of credit. But yeah, this guy was crying his eyes. Nobody likes me anymore. Nobody wants to give me any money. You're all broke. No, we're not broke. We're just smart. Okay. The nickname for him I've given him and I've donned on him is Lazy Nike. And exposing scammers knows that one all too well. He doesn't like that. He gets triggered. And he will turn around and go on a rant and rage. Yeah, he is extremely racist. Henceforth, the reason why you turn around and report him for hateful ideology and protected attributes. Here's another picture of him. You ready? Oh, this one's a good one too. Hold on. Let's get to it. Oh, he was the best when he was crying. Here it is. Here it is. Look at this. Look at that picture. Isn't that great? Here it is. Great. You know, he could sit there and in the bank. I would definitely be dipping into some of that 10 grand. If he does have it saved up, he saved it up while he was in the hotel and he was scamming and taking it from everyone. I don't want to hear it. I could care less. He's got a foul mouth, nasty mouth, racist mouth, and he is never going to do anything good for himself, ever. It doesn't matter if he goes to any other platform, guarantee you they'll shrug him off eventually in time and he will not get anything. He has no retirement, no future uh, in the retirement scene. So I'm just putting it out there. He will never better himself. He may have gotten an apartment down in Indiana, which is where he's at right now. But here's the thing, he bails on that apartment. He knows this. He bails on that apartment in the state of Indiana. He will never be allowed to get another apartment in that state, especially if he turns around and leaves behind the deposit and everything else and the whole 9 yards. They will not turn around and accept him. The other reason he's in Indiana is because of his record in the state of Michigan. Now, yesterday or a couple days ago, he said he really wanted to go back to Detroit. Well, the problem with that is you go back to Detroit, you're going to run into a problem because you're not going to be able to get a place of your own. Oh, crap. Sorry. So he's going to run into a problem with that. Now, from what I saw the other day, you know, he tries to get everybody to play his game. Here's a good example. He's on Big O, by the way. Let's see if I can get a picture of him without anything on there. He's on Big O. There it is. That's a good one right there. He was running two devices at the same time this picture was taken. This is when he was talking about him moving out of the apartment. He didn't want to stay there any longer. Well, guess what? That's your problem, not ours. You're the genius that turned around and went in there. Nobody made you. And what's even worse is if he ends up leaving this apartment, he knows that, is that he literally ripped every single supporter off of every dime they gave him. Now, I have a posted video on my page that states facts, is to the fact that he turned around and stated that he threw everything out. And the only thing that I saw him have today was waffles, and that was it. Um, he's wasted so much of people's money, individuals' monies across the board, thousands of dollars of other people's hard earned money. And they started finally catching on today and a little bit yesterday. Uh, this is the moment. This is the moment right here, if I remember correctly, where he got scammed out of $50, according to him. And yeah, he doesn't care. That's the problem. And until other individuals realize that they need to start caring about their own money, they're never going to understand. And I'll be honest with you, I saw some today, and I'll show some pictures. His mods were letting comments go here and there. They should just let it go. I mean, they're modding for a person that does not care about uh, race or anything like that. I mean, he was nasty to the individuals today. It was disgusting. I have no respect for this individual, nor will I ever have respect for him. Uh, if he would ever get into another box in even attempted in my life, he ain't gonna say nothing, and he ain't gonna stay up in the box long. Um, his best bet is to actually start reassessing where he belongs in life and what he can do to improve himself. But the problem is, he's never going to improve himself, period. I mean, here's the scene where he turned around, and this was today, where he was literally bad mouthing women straight out. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, Nike, lazy Nike, you're going down the wrong path with so many people on this app. You have literally destroyed people's lives because of the amount of money that you've taken, and you have not done a single thing to improve yourself. He doesn't want the job, doesn't need a job, don't need anybody else's help. Then I'll tell you what, get the F off the app. Stop crying like a sniveling little baby. Stop whining and treating other people like crap. Do for yourself. Yeah, another Doug. You're absolutely right, Diva. And do for yourself instead of taking from other people. I mean, by God, how many people have you ripped off? Yeah, well, and that's the thing is that they're giving their own hard money, earned money to him, and he could care less if they keep giving it to him. He just wants their money. He does not care about them. Doesn't care about anybody but himself. He is egotistically and the biggest self-centered narcissist that's on this app, period, straight out. And I got into his live, and let me tell you something, I know he was getting reported, mass reported today, because you could tell that it was glitching. He was having problems. He was tapping the screen to turn around and cross out the uh, reports, and that's on him. But that's him doing that. If I was TikTok, I would just take his accounts all down and be done with it. Get him off of this app, because TikTok is not designed for what you want people to give you. So that being said, he needs to just, I don't know, maybe go get a job. I mean, obviously he does not like the authoritative type. And I'm sorry, everybody, if you're asking for a box, we're holding off until we get near the end, and then I'll start letting everybody up. That way we can turn around and have a discussion about them. Yeah, he needed 850. Last I saw him, he needed 808. I wouldn't give this guy a dime of your money because he's going to waste it. He's going to run right through it. He will not turn around and tell you thank you. Oh, yeah. Well, no. See, I reported him for, hateful behavior, and it was protected attributes. I reported for that, frauds and scams, and hate and harassment to others. Oh, well, and you know what? That's $30 that somebody just gave to him that he didn't have to work for, but yet that person that gave him that $30 sure as hell probably turned around and worked their tail off for it. So, oh yeah. Well, the secret to reporting is to not constantly report. But if you do get into their lives and you see a troll count that you may recognize, that's the time that you know you can start mass reporting. If you get into them, mass report them. But when you go to report a live, report, wait about 3 to 5 minutes, then report again. And maybe report on a different topic or a different subject instead of the constant, hate and harassment. Report on hateful ideology and protected attributes. Then go back and report for frauds and scams and then start it all over again. That way, then you're consistently keeping up a reporting ledger for the algorithm. Yeah, he's ungrateful and entitled. You're creating a list for the algorithm to read when it comes back through. He is never going to improve himself. I do not give a flying crap what anybody says. He's not, because he only wants for himself. Now, he sat there and rage bait today. Now, rage bait is when you start attacking individuals or a group of individuals and cause people to get mad at you, to get into a box, to start, yeah, I would agree, to start arguing with them. Once you get that argument started, you get other people in the live who feel sorry for him. Whoa, lazy Nike, they're attacking him. Oh my goodness. Don't fall for the rage bait. If it triggers you, get out of the live. Get out of the live. The less people he has in there, the less that has anybody. People throw money at him because they're naive and get played by the heartstrings. But here's the thing, and this is what I'm going to say, and I'm only going to be honest when I say this. If you're willing to give to a beggar and a scammer on here, just remember this, and I'm only going to be honest with everyone on here. That's your fault. If you get played like these scammers and beggars want you to get played, then you fell into their trap. You didn't listen to reason. You didn't listen to the good thoughts that people turn around and try to let you know. Well, it's okay, Sandy B. And the thing is that you got played, you got manipulated, your heartstrings got pulled. To me, no, I don't care. Suck it up, Susan, meaning Detroit Nike. Yes, Lola, read the rooms. You're absolutely right. And I saw that, Miss Nikki. I saw that today. He was vile to the women today. I would have left. I would have not had one thing to do with him. Now, his idea of rage, yes, listen to your gut feeling. His idea of rage baiting is when he sits there and turns around and starts saying, "What, you all broke? You all broke? You ain't got a dime." No, we're just smart people, genius. Get the clue. Read the room. When they say, "Nope, we ain't got no money." Yeah, we have money. It's just not for you. It's for my kids. It's for my family. It's for my bills. And if they love him, then keep giving your hard earned money to them, because that saves everybody else from having to deal with giving him money. I mean, do you really think that you give him $80, he would turn around and do something for you? Hell no. He wouldn't even give you a gift. He would turn around and let alone take your money and laugh at you and then call you names and manipulate other people to jump on you. Well, and the thing is, they want to continue to keep giving their money. That's their choice. It's not mine. But my thing is, I don't want to hear no whining, no crying. oh my goodness, I lost 100. No, you should have read the room. I'm only being respectful as I can be. Yeah, his mods are definitely huge enablers. Yeah, and the thing is, my other question is, he's sitting there getting all the money. What are the mods getting? You know what? Let's throw one of them mods up, because I did get a screenshot of one of the mods. You're going to love this. Boom. That's one of them right there. Yep, that's one of the mods. No, it's not a child. Yeah, she's old enough to be on TikTok. I already did some background work on her. But, that's a prime example right there. I mean, if you want another mod, I can throw up another mod. I think this is one of them, but I can't be sure. I'm not going to throw that one up just in case it's not his mod. But I think I got one up here. Here's one. Hold, please. There you go. Chipotle. She was actually a supporter. My apologies. She was a supporter for him the day he said he was moving out. The day I did the video. She was supporting him. And she was gifting him and gave him money. So, but that's what a supporter would do. Okay, thank you, Butterfly. But yeah, that's what they're going to do. They're going to turn around and continuously support these beggars and scammers because they don't care. They'd rather turn around and see people that actually work hard lose their money instead of save their money. And that goes for all the mods. But remember this. What did the mods get? Oh, that's right. I forgot. They don't get squat and crap. So, my suggestion with Detroit Nike, next time he goes live, listen, observe, watch him, and just report him. Yeah, he is another bit, Kim. But report him straight out, flat out. Don't say anything. You don't want to get entered. You don't want to lose your accounts. You don't want to get blocked. Just report them. Well, and the mods, if they're in love with him, why don't they? Oh, that's right. He won't move in with any of them. In fact, I've heard him turn around and talk terrible about his mods, and yet they still turn around and do it. She has not gone to court yet. She goes to court in 4 days. Yes, pig legs. I'm well aware of that. Well, and the thing is, Mama of Three, just because you report him doesn't mean it's leaving hashtags on his live. Yeah, I know he doesn't like girls. It's funny that you said that. He doesn't like girls, but he has mods as, for girls. Right. Oh, yeah. No different than Maggie's mods. Yeah, they're all terrible. Uh, but yeah, I got some other we're gonna get into her here in a moment. But yeah, hey, mods, good job. You're absolutely not doing any help for Detroit Nike. I'm surprised he hasn't turned around, tap screen like live, everybody. I'm surprised that he has not turned around and requested money from his mods or demanded them to give him money. That's interesting. How you doing, Melody Rose? Tap screen like live, everybody. It's lagging for us. Yeah. Well, and the thing is, if that's all they can accomplish for, their future is mod for a scammer and a beggar and yet get nothing in return, makes you kind of wonder how desperate they are. So, but yeah, that's Detroit Nike in a nutshell. Just report his lives and keep reporting. Like I said, he's gotten entered multiple times. It's not say the same that he won't again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to one person that's the living soul of my life. Ladies and gentlemen, Kimberly Peters, come on down. Oh, yeah, nosy neighbor. We're going to get into that too as well. This is my honey, okay? She's my honey boo-boo, my baby. Yes, Kimmy Poo. She's back to dry begging, trying to get money. Let's turn around and discuss her options on money. Oh, gee, Kim, did you get your
Hey,
TikTok payout? Yes.
the way she's grabbing that burrito, I'm just saying.
Mm,
That's all I'm saying.
I know. Oh, and by the way, ladies and gentlemen, in case you haven't seen my video, yeah, she turned around and definitely abused that meat. Just saying. She turned around and she ate maybe a quarter of that and she tossed it all out in the trash. What's that famous saying? Waste not, want not? Mahoney, why are you wasting? Now, here's another thing, too, in case you guys haven't seen it. Videos have been popping up of Kimmy Poo shopping. Family Day at the food bank. Just the day before, I think a day or two before this video was put out or she went live. Why? Why is she eating from other people's hands that are giving her the money when she just went to the food bank? I mean, yeah, it was Thursday probably. Yeah, she used her brother to get additional food. I saw that. I saw the pictures with the bags in the hands. She got milk. She got a whole bunch of stuff. But yet she sat here and begged for money for this burrito, ladies and gentlemen, and she still didn't even eat the whole thing. So who's wasting what? Oh, yeah, the Pandora bracelet. Oh, yeah. Hey, Brittany. Hello?
Yeah,
Hey, do
yeah.
me a favor. Take over real quick. I'll be right back.
Oh, oh my God,
You
y'all, he puts
heard
me on the spot. I don't even know. I'm in listening mode, y'all. So I'm just interested to see what happens when she goes to court. So, and I'm just glad that she doesn't have the dog anymore. Even though I can tell y'all that was not her dog. That wasn't her dog. She was watching it for somebody or something. So that made me feel a little better. Yeah, she says she's getting evicted, but guys, I mean, how do we know? How many times has she screamed that? And it just seems like she's one that always gets away with everything in the end, which is so frustrating. But I do know, yes, she's got this court. I think her court date, Dawn, is somebody tell me it's a few days. I think it's in a few days. 4 days. There you go. Thank you, Jason. Yeah, 4 days. So we'll see. But, I don't know. Everybody says, they don't think she's getting kicked out because she doesn't worry about anything. But we have to remember she's a day to day thinker, because she's always pretty sure, yeah, and she knows how to play the system, but she just knows the next day if she needs money, she thinks she's going to come on here and get it. Yeah, Wednesday. Um, yeah, I knew it definitely is a few days coming up, but I think it's just high time that she gets a dose of reality. The only reason that I don't like the thought of her getting evicted is her animals, because I care more about her animals, of course, than her. But it's kind of like that. That's what worries me. I'm sure some of y'all are the same way. I'm like, well, but then again, I'm thinking she's gonna go somewhere where she can take those animals. So, um, yeah, it is Jeff's woman. He loves her.
I'm
He
here.
wants her
Sorry.
to grab him. Yeah, you want her to grab you like she's grabbing that burrito.
What?
I said you want her to grab you like she's grabbing that burrito.
Oh, that's interesting.
Just saying. Me too, beauty. Who's honey?
Well, that's interesting. Something I just came across. Now,
Let me mute.
One thing that anybody's going to know, this is something new that I just found out. If you are not within the screen's view of your phone for like a certain amount of time, it will turn around and state that it will turn your lock off in 3 minutes. And you've got to turn around and match up puzzle piece to show that you're still active on live. That's interesting. Something new. I had to get a drink, sorry. Anyways, yes, that is a two-handed burrito. That's my honey. Yes, that is my girl. She's so beautiful. Hold, please. Okay, there you go. There's another wonderful picture. Yes. So yeah, I didn't know that was a thing now. So that's interesting. So this right here, this picture here, was taken prior to her, you know, taking that taking that burrito and putting it back in the aluminum foil after she only ate part of it. And then she turned around and tossed it in the trash. Um, you'll see it in the video that I posted, and that is a prime example of wasteful food. Now, whoever gave her that money, that was their choice, their call, but that's a prime example of your money being put to waste. Sort of like Detroit Nike wasting money. As far as I know, her Swiss roll account is still up. I don't know if she's able to go live. She turned around and was playing about the fact about her gifts being turned off or not being able to be activated and so forth. But if that's the case, if your gifts get turned off or you lose the ability of your gifts, they will turn around. If you go to Tick Leap, it'll show 0000 because you were not able to receive gifts on TikTok. Oh, no. She trashed it. You got to go to the video and you'll see that she trashed it because what she did was she wrapped it up, put it in the Pepsi cup, then threw it in the trash bag. Trust me. That's part of listening and watching. Yes, I did talk about Mark. He was an honorable mention this evening. Yes, he says that he is working right now, but I don't think he's working at much. She did trash it. No, she is not grateful. She could have cared less. She wasted it. She doesn't care. Here's the other thing, too. Hey, Kim, 4 days. How's that court hearing going to happen? She has 4 days, 3 after tomorrow. We'll get into tomorrow probably in another live. My understanding is he has a job, whether it be part time or full time. I don't know. But more than what I could say with what Kim has. Kim has nothing. She still gets SSI. She trashed what was left over of a burrito. And I'll take you back to that previous picture. It shows that burrito. There you go. She trashed probably a half to a quarter of that burrito. She didn't bother eating the whole thing. Well, and if her bedroom's clean. But here's the thing. The first time around with her court hearing, she got put off to the side or got put off to the side because of she wanted to talk to a financial advisor. Well, I'll tell you what, if the financial advisor, yeah, if the financial advisor was watching and paying attention as well as the apartment complex, they'll realize that she is just going through money left and right. Now, don't forget, her payday is coming up pretty soon. I think it's next week or something. But she has court on Thursday because it's a continuance on. Now, that being said, court hearings can be tricky for evictions for continuance. They can continue it anywhere from 6 days to 6 months in the state of Minnesota. And the reason that being is because that gives the tenant time to turn around and get their affairs situated as well as get maybe back on their feet. Now, dependent upon the judge and the court system, depends upon how lenient they are on the yeah, it is on the 26th on the tenant. I did do a little research on all that. She stated that she has a financial situation, so they advised her to a financial advisor. I don't think that went over too well because you see where this is going. She still turned around dry begging on TikTok. She knows it. She doesn't care. She went to the food bank, turned around and wasted money on somebody else's dime, and turned around and spent it on a burrito. And guess what? She threw it away. She has court on the 26th for the second continuance. Now, the second continuance could have been anything. Nobody knows. But if I had to bet, it was a continuance onto the fact that she can't find proper lodging or uh, proper housing, is what I would probably consider it. That being said, she was given every opportunity to turn around and get assistance and help. She even messaged me at one point in time and said that she needed help with rent. And I was willing to offer the help, and I was willing to offer her a job working at home. Yeah, it was the biggest burrito. It's the double fister. Yeah, and that's why when she turned around and dropped the ball, I don't care anymore. I'm done caring. And look, I don't want to see anybody out in the streets, but guess what? I don't care. I really don't. That's my opinion. I'm entitled to it. She had that one chance and she lost it. She gave it up. And anybody that takes the opportunity to go through the resource link tree to get the help and works hard at getting the help to get back on their feet, I give you so much respect and so much credit for doing it because it means a lot. Because at least it shows that you are literally trying your hardest to do better for yourself and for your family. Her, she could care less. She don't care about nobody. She cares about herself. She doesn't even care about her mods. And that's what's the biggest thing is her mods get used and abused each and every single time she goes live. And she doesn't care. She is a copycat of Detroit Nike. Well, and you know what? I don't care if she goes on the streets. I really don't. And I'm being honest. That's not who I am, but at this point in time, it's gotten to that point where I'm sorry. Yeah, I saw the beer. Hope had that beer in her video. But you know what? That's her choice of drink. So, she's sitting there begging for money for the laundromat. Hey, Kim, what happened to your TikTok payout day? You pretty much got about approximately $11, but yet you decided not to turn around and use that for your laundry? But yet you come on here begging other people for money for your laundry? I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta say this. Get the fuck out of here. God.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I have to go take a phone call. My brother's calling me back to back to back, so I don't know if something's wrong. So I got to
Okay.
bump out. All
Okay.
right. Y'all.
All right. Love you. Say bye. Yeah, she has laundry money, but has no money for. But well, she has the beer money, but no money for the laundry. So, yeah, it baffles me. So, but yeah, Kim's still, rolling that train, trying to push that train, that money train to get more money. Oh, yeah, her lies are endless. She lies to her mods. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Hopefully your car is in good shape. Hopefully it's working out for you. But she constantly lies to get that train to roll. She keeps pushing everything to other people. She never takes accountability. And the biggest thing that I've noticed is she has not started packing. Now, that's another thing. If she does go to court on the 26th and they say, oh, well, Kim Peters, come on down. You only have 14 days to pack your stuff up and get out. Then that's what'll happen. But she's under the impression she's playing this court system. She's playing the leasing office or the rental office. She's playing them all. And until they turn around and step up and say enough's enough, you either start paying us the money you owe us straight out, which is exactly what's going to happen to Detroit Nike because he can't cough up a dime of his own money, that $10,000 he's got in the savings, which he'll deny vehemently that he doesn't. And I don't think he does, but she'll turn around. Well, good luck with that, CC, because I got screenshots, not recordings. And it's a public app. So if I decide to want to screen record you, maybe you should go private. And we're going to get into her here momentarily. But with Kim, she's never going to improve. She's going to feed off every single swinging soul that comes into her life and suck the money right out of them. And she ain't going to give a crap. She never did in the first place. So, that being said, hold on, we'll do this. You ready? See if I can do this. It's not letting me do it. Hello, everybody. I'm eating this burrito for you all. This is my way of being the burrito fairy. Anyways, all right, that was the funny parts. Sorry, gotta get these on so I can see. But she's never gonna change. I don't care. I mean, that right there says it all. Sorry about the jump scare, everybody. Yeah, she's my honey, but we'll see how long that goes along that line. And that burrito is pretty big. Pretty big. All right, let me flip the camera around respectfully. All right, there we go. So that being said, Kimmy Poo 2.0, she's doing good. She's sitting here next to me watching the live together. Okay. No, the burrito didn't deserve that, but neither did the person that gave that money to her. Didn't deserve that. But you know what? Hey, your money, you gave it to her. Shows how much she cares about you. Whoever gave that money to her, I feel sorry for that person. Because that's money that could have bought that burrito for your grandkid or your kids, or bought you apples or grapes, things like that. I'm being nice, spread love. Well, it's not funny either that she turns around and takes other people's money. No, does it? Is it? No, it's not. That being said, the thing is that she's going to constantly keep taking other people's money. And if you're happy with that, that's on you. But my opinion is that she mistreats her mods, all of them, doesn't care. And that's the way it is. You know, spread love. If you feel that's necessary, you're more than welcome to come up into a box, dear. You obviously have enough turn around and have enough followers. You can come up in a box and you can sit and explain to me how you feel her abusiveness towards other people and getting their money. I'll turn the chat off if you would like me to. And you can sit and explain to me how you feel that a person like her who gets SSI and gets food stamps and whatever else extras that she gets is rightfully fit to come up and ask constantly on money. Nobody mute her. Well, you know what? She decides to do that on her own because she comes on here on a constant basis to ask and tell everybody to give her money. I offered her an opportunity to get a job working from home. She treated me like trash, kicked me to the curb, and then didn't want anything to do with resources. So explain to me, spread love, how she is doing any better for herself. Please be honest. Like I said, I'll turn the chat off and you can explain to us all how you feel that by her coming on this app or any other app is the right thing to do. I'm just asking an honest question. I know she's doing it for attention and I don't care. But if she's not going to answer the questions, what do you mean she's trying to? Trying to do what? Do better? I don't think so. You're obviously blinded, completely blinded. And if you're continuously wanting her to believe that bullshit story, how is she getting better? She went to the food bank 2 days ago and then sat there and ate a burrito, only eat half of it. She threw the rest out. So you're going to sit here 10 toes deep and say she's doing better? Bullshit. You are lying. You obviously have your horse blinders on and you don't want anybody else to turn around and say otherwise. I don't care if she's on low income. She's taking other people's money because she can't manage her money. How's that everybody else's problem? It, explain to me. How is it everybody else's problem when she is on low income by her decision because she doesn't want to get a job? No, she won't box up. She's too scared. She's too scared to stand 10 toes deep for Kimmy Poo. But yet she'll run her mouth in a chat. You're scared. That's okay. I understand that. And yeah, Kim chooses not to work. So explain that to me too, Spread Love. I would certainly love to hear that from you, but you won't get up in a box because you don't want to turn around and point at the facts. Let her report. I'm not showing any hate or harassment. I'm stating facts, the truth. And she doesn't want to hear that. She needs friends. I was willing to be a friend for her to help her out. And you saw what happened to me. Now, as for the mods, she picks random people to turn around and support her, and that's okay. Look, she may have she may have a problem. I don't know, okay? But if I was willing to turn around and offer her help, what does that say the same for her about not accepting it? I'm just saying. Hope here gave her almost 2 grand as a mod, and Hope got kicked in the gut. And you see where Hope's at now. She's on the truth for everything. I don't care if she's lonely or not. That's not a me problem. I'm sorry that she's lonely. I'm only being honest, but that's by choice. And that's who you choose to be with. That's your fault. When was the last time Kim ever actually got off any kind of social media app and actually touched grass for a week? I mean, it sounds like to me you're just gaslighting and deflecting for her, but yet, you know, what has Kim improved on herself? That's the real question. I'm just being honest. What has she improved? Has she gotten a job? Hell no, she hasn't gotten a job. Oh, she has not helped people in her community. That is a bold-faced lie. Because I'm sorry, unless you could provide the receipts or Kim provide any kind of receipts, I don't believe that or buy that for a minute. But you need to ask yourself, gee, Spread Love, what Kim has done to improve herself. Has she attempted to get a job? No. Has she attempted to turn around and do much better for other people? No, she has not. I mean, I don't want to see her lose her place by any means, but you know what? Now I just don't care. I'm here to protect other individuals that are falling into her trap and her manipulation. And that's the thing, is that she's going to continue to keep doing it. So, I mean, is Spread Love still in here, or did she leave, or did they leave? I mean, you're obviously not going to answer my question. What has she done that has done any kind of improvement for herself? I mean, obviously, she's running into that factor of where she's going to turn around and get evicted. So, oh, yeah. Sorry, Van. My apologies. Don't yell at me. Let's put up David Pack. There we go. Oh, no, that's a bad picture. I don't like that. That's creepy. Let's put up the original pictures. There we go. That's better. For now. And the thing is that why block the truth? When was the last time that was our responsibility to take care of a full grown woman? Spread love. Just asking for a friend. You sit here and turn around and say that she's doing better. Okay, I say that's when I hear bullshit. That's a lie. That's my opinion. I'm entitled to it because I haven't seen her get a job. I mean, that's obviously seen there, and everybody sees it. And the other factor, uh, yeah, I'm going to let a few additional people up this time around, and then we're going to finish out with CC real quick.
How can anybody like just spread love stick up for somebody that has put themselves in this position?
I don't know. I don't know. And Spread Love doesn't seem to want to have a box or take a box, and that's fine. That's their choice. But remember this: at least we're here putting out facts and truth. I haven't seen anything come out.
We're all human, but we don't have to come on here beg, steal, and lie.
That's true.
I just
You
have a
are definitely
question.
blinded.
I just have a question for Spread Love. Spread Love. So originally I seen you obviously in Lisa's live and you were Delulu over her. And I guess you got tired of all that and then you moved on. And then you moved on. Are you just picking which
Thank you, Tanya.
scammer and schemer you want to Delulu over? I'm just asking because I need to know. Because I see you in so many scammers' lives and then you're all trying to stand up for them. But at the end of the day, when people are coming at you, who's standing up for you? Because I would, but I preferably don't like your personality from what I've been reading. So you might want to unfollow me because you won't like me. But I just want to know, like, what are you getting out of this? Because you're constantly in there with the drama with the scammers. Like, isn't your mental health being affected by this? It has to. There's no possible way it's not.
I feel like she's a pick-me person.
Well, and I took notice of one of the comments. She is at least trying to better herself. Okay, so that is your opinion of Kim Peters. So if that's your opinion, give me the end result of your opinion as to what you feel she's improving to better herself. I would love to hear that.
Yeah, they're humans. Yes, we know they're human, but what they're doing isn't right to other humans. You're not understanding that part. Everybody on this app is a human, unless somebody are alien. I don't know, but every person on this app is human, has feelings. We all have a right to feel the way we want. But the problem is that she gives zero F's about any of them. She doesn't care about the people she scams in her chat. She doesn't care about the people that she's affected with her lying about cancer, lying about having a child. She does not care. She likes to rage bait. She loves to just smacking of the mouth because she knows it irritates people. And she does it for attention. Not the right attention because she don't care what kind she gets. The problem is with her is that as long as she has the attention, good or bad, she loves it. She can say that she doesn't, but she does love it. So yes, she's human, but she's a human that doesn't want to be better. You can't tell me that that's a person that wants to do better. She's been doing this for years. The cancer lot was one of the worst things. I don't know how people can come like, oh, that was a long time ago. I don't care if it was 10 years ago. You said it. You said it. Hi, love. I see you, baby. You said it, and you can't take back. There's some things you just cannot take back, and so they're telling somebody to go die, somebody telling somebody to overdose, like all these things that people say. You can say I'm sorry all you want, but once those words are out of your mouth, you can't take them back. And that's what people are failing to realize. Like when they say, oh well, she's already apologized. Okay, so if I went and told someone to OD and somebody caught that, right? Even though I apologize, I'm supposed to be forgiven. I wouldn't expect anybody to forgive me for that. That's horrible.
No,
Absolutely horrible.
I just don't understand why people are doing the stuff that they're doing on this app, to be honest with you. I literally just had major surgery a couple months ago on my neck for a herniated disc. I took my neck brace off after 5 days and went back to work. I
Accountability.
literally just had a heart stent put in on the 12th of this month, and I'm still out here working and struggling every single day.
It's because of accountability. We hold them accountable. Yes, we are. But we have to remember we are a small part. Like, yes, we're getting bigger as TikTok goes on, but we are a small part. So we try to hold them accountable, but then they have 30, 40, 60 other people against us not holding them accountable. So when you don't hold people accountable, they think they can continuously get away with it. And that is exactly what
And
they're
my
doing.
thing is like 2
Right.
years ago, I was homeless. I was living in my car. My kids were in a hotel, and I was working and working and working. Now, it is hard to get help in the state that I am in because they just don't have the funds. So I had to do it by myself, and I did it.
Some
But
people
that's
want, mhm.
but
And
that's you
now I
working
struggle.
hard. But that's you working hard for what is yours. And
Yeah,
it is a struggle. I'm
it
not
is.
going to
It's hard.
disagree. I mean, trust me, I know all about the struggles before in the past.
Right. Most
But
of
here's
us,
the thing, what makes it right for her to come on a public app? Notice the key word, public,
Right.
and sit there and take other people's money susceptibly and manipulate them. It's not. And
No,
it's not fair. It's not fair to people like you.
no.
She's
And I
pretty much
struggle. I
sitting
work.
on a sofa.
I work, and I still struggle. Like,
Right.
it's not easy. Like, I cry every single day. I'm on a bunch of medicine right now because of my heart. I mean, it's just,
Grammy Debbie, we're talking about Kim Peters.
but
Because Fred Love just
it's
came
not
into
easy.
the live here. And the thing is, here's the catch, and this is going to be terrible. It is going to get worse before it gets any better. And I'm only being honest because the economy is going to start tanking. It's starting to tank already,
Yeah,
sadly. And price on everything is going through the roof. Groceries. You're like you walk out with half a cart full of groceries and you didn't turn around and pay almost $300 for it.
exactly. Well, like I said, I work. I still struggle. I went to places all over in the town that I live in and in the state that I'm in, and they just don't have the funding here because they help so many others. There's no help here. None.
Right. And that's the
And
thing
I
is
have
that,
been all over. I've been to churches,
yep,
I've been to,
yep,
pantries, I've been to what is that? Salvation Army. Oh, yeah,
yep.
everywhere, including
And
calling 211.
yeah, and the thing is that I turn around and done research to help and assist somebody else, and I'm starting to come up with dead ends. And we're talking
Yeah,
about me that has done a lot of research for resources, and I'm only being honest that it's starting to get tough.
right.
It's not getting easy. So, but yeah,
And I even called like for help because like I'm struggling. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna play that game. But do I come on here and act like these people? No.
no.
All right, I'm going to drop real quick because I know
I
there's going to be
don't
a lot
come
of
on
about, so
here
I'm going to
and
hop down.
All righty.
I'll be in the
ask
comment.
people and beg people. I just deal with it myself, and it's not easy. I literally have gone to pawn shops and sold everything I have just to stay afloat.
And that's the other thing too. A lot of people are starting to do that.
Yeah, you have to anymore.
Yep. Yep. And it's not right to you that you have to turn around and pawn off your personal belongings.
Yeah, but I do. I'm looking for more stuff to pawn off now because I have an electric bill I have to pay and I'm short. So I have to see what else I
Jobs are
have.
getting jobs are getting less and less.
Oh yeah, for sure. You can apply for
And
jobs all day long.
my biggest thing that I noticed about that, and it's starting to really irritate the living crap out of me, is people want employees. They want workers.
Yeah,
But the companies that need the employees won't hire the employees, but yet they sit there and say they need it. Is that because it's a federal cutback? Is it a federal or a state cut or something that's going on to the reason why they're not hiring? I don't know.
and that's what I was wondering myself. Like you can like I have a friend who's been applying for jobs. She applies for like 50 jobs a day and has heard
Right.
nothing back from nobody. She's gone into these businesses and was like, "Hey, I'm just checking on my application," and they're like, "Nope, we're not hiring," but yet they have signs all over their building saying they're hiring.
Right. Well, it's only going to get tougher, folks, from here on out.
Yeah.
But
Like I
yeah, I
said,
think
I've been everywhere. I've tried to get help, but you will never see me on this app doing what these people are doing, ever.
right, right.
I don't have
Because
anything like that
you
even on my
have
page.
morals and truth to who you are. That's the reason why you choose not to do it. They have no morals.
Right, and I have my kids, I have my grandson, and it's not easy. I cry all the time, but obviously I had to cut my hours back for right now just because I just had that stint put in and my doctor has put me on some like light duty stuff, and you
Right,
know, I had an infusion done on my neck, which they had to
right,
go in and put plates and screws in my neck, and I'm still not healed from that.
right.
I'm like light neck, but like I plates and screws.
No, it's not. And I'm praying for everyone. And I'm like I said, resources are getting tough, jobs are getting tougher. They're expecting more from you for less.
Yeah,
So, but well, I appreciate you coming up in the box.
you are very welcome. I just don't, like I said, I just don't understand people. I don't get it. You can check my page. I have nothing like that on my page at all. I
Oh,
take a lot of
I
sunset
trust you.
pictures.
I trust you.
Like I don't do that stuff. I mean,
Right.
it's just me. And like I said, these people on here be like, "Oh, I can't do this and I can't do that." And I'm like, "Listen, I've been in that boat.
Uh-huh.
Literally 2 years ago.
Yep.
I was sleeping in my car. My kids, I put them in a hotel and I slept in the car because there wasn't enough room.
Right.
I literally slept in my car
Mm.
in the winter, in the summer, and still went to work every single day
Mm.
and busted my butt to get to where I'm at today.
Well, which leads us into our next individual that I'm putting up. Ladies and gentlemen, Cece. Um, she came back on the scene. Uh, i- is it okay if I drop you down real quick, ma'am?
Yes, of course, absolutely. I just wanted to let you know that I do appreciate you bringing awareness to everything that's been going on.
Right.
I have followed you for a while, and I appreciate everything that you do. And
Well,
like I
thank you. I
said,
appreciate that.
I still go every single day.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you.
All righty. You take care.
You too, hon.
Hold on a second. Hey, Suicide Harley, you want a box? You're a level 14 gifter. If you feel that this is the reason why I turn around and help people, it's to help people, but not trash them, but being the fact they like to trash other people instead of actually taking a hold of help, your call. If you want a box, but I'm sure you don't want a box. That's your choice. Cece, real quick. She did turn around and reach out to me. Oh, you're welcome, Debbie. She did reach out to me. She did turn around and request. Oh, hold on, Sammy. Sorry. There you go. Okay. Um, who would like a box? Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, so I don't know. The last few lives I've saw of yours,
Mm-hmm.
I've just seen consistent pictures like you have up on the screen now,
Okay.
and you and everyone in the room just consistently going after people who you don't believe are living the way you think they should be living. And I don't understand what gives you the right to make that decision or to make that action or to anything. Like, these people don't matter. If you're offering help and they're not taking it, that should be the end of it. It shouldn't be this big bash fest with thousands of other people trashing somebody you don't like. That's what this is turning into, in my opinion, sitting back and watching. I think last year I reached out to you for help and I got on my feet, and I don't care one way or the other, but it is just so disappointing to sit here, and thank God I did what I needed to do and didn't whatever, and I wasn't one of these people, because personally I wouldn't want my face blasted on a screen and being trashed because my behavior isn't up to par with what you think it should be. How is this not bullying? And it's infuriating to me to watch it
So,
take place because you're becoming exactly what you say they are.
so let me ask you this. How's them going live, bullying people for money, any different?
Don't go into their lives. You're not going to
Well, then I'll
change
tell
it.
you what.
You're never going to change that. This is what this has become, and you're not going to be able to fix it.
Well, no, but
So,
if I
but
can make
getting online
people,
and
if I can make people aware not to give them money, how's that not helping?
this isn't making people aware of them not giving money. I've watched so many
I beg to differ.
creators.
I
I have
beg to disagree
watched
on
so
that.
many creators sit there and do this. They re-stream other people's streams, trash talking them. I
Oh,
don't understand what you guys get out of it. I
so then
don't
let me
get
ask
it.
you a question, okay?
It's
Let me ask you
why
an
give
honest
them
question.
views? You're
Can I
giving them
speak?
views.
Can I
Yes, you
speak?
can.
So let me ask you a question. Since when did this app become a begging app, for one? And two, when was it everybody's responsibility to come on live and beg for other people's money?
This
When was
is
it
what it's
out?
become.
Hold on. You didn't let me finish.
You
When
can't
was it?
fix it.
Huh?
You're not going to be able to fix that. You can't
We,
answer
we
those
can fix it
questions.
by
You
making other people
can't.
aware. You're just
I
being
mean,
rude.
we know
You're
where
just being
or what.
rude.
I'm not being rude. I'm frustrated at
Well,
what
you're
I'm
not. You
watching.
may be frustrated, but I'm trying to explain to you, and you're not allowing me to explain.
I
You
know what
keep
you're doing.
interrupting me and gaslighting me.
I'm not gaslighting you. I'm not telling you anything. I'm telling you what I'm watching, what I've watched. I have a creator that I reached out to that I thought was a good person doing good things for people who needed help. And I was one of those people at one point in time. Okay. But I'm now watching this form into somebody who's going after people that you believe need help, offering them help. And when they refuse to take it, then you just smear campaign them
So
online.
their refusal to take resources gives you what?
It's none of our business.
But it
If
is when
they're
somebody
doing this,
else is being taken advantage of,
but
isn't
who
it?
gives you the right to go fix that for the other people?
To make them
They're
aware.
obviously not wanting to know.
Well,
They
you're
don't
obviously not
care.
listening and allowing me to talk. So now I'm going to talk, and I'm going to be respectful, because you're obviously not being respectful by listening to me. It is a public platform. It is a public app. Okay? That being understood, it specifically states in the community guidelines that you are not, and let me repeat, not to fraud and scam people out of their money or monetarily. So if that's the guidelines that they want to meet, I'm willing to support those guidelines. If you don't want to see through that and support those guidelines, then I'll tell you what, your next paycheck, you go into a Baker's Live and you give them the entire thing. If you don't feel that it's right that we turn around and bring awareness with resources, and everybody has the opportunity to put that resource link tree in their bio to offer these individuals, and they don't take those resources and they don't utilize them, is it my fault? No, it's not. It's theirs. And if it's their fault, we're here to turn around and stop the next person. How about the elderly? How many elderly individuals have been taken advantage of because they've turned around and gotten their money taken because they got their heartstrings pulled because of beggars and scammers like Detroit Nike, Kim Peters, Pinky. I mean, I could go on through the list. You want to go down through the list? We'll go down through the list. But I'm here to turn around and help people who are willing to take the resources. And if they don't take it, that's on them. Get off the app, get a job. End of discussion. I mean, what? They think they're going to make $10 million out of 15 bucks? No, they're not. And those are facts. It's all across the board. This app was not designed for begging or taking other people's money. This app was to be fun. Now it's turned into a total trash pit because other people don't care. And until people don't understand about caring about other people, it's going to continue to keep turning into trash. And those are facts. I'm sorry I had to mute you, but you would not let me talk. You can turn your mic back on and you can yell at me if you
Clearly,
want.
I'm not yelling at you. I was, okay, because I've really watched you from before, and my whole everything that I thought was what it was my view has changed as far as what help you're offering, because it just feels it doesn't matter. None of what I say matters because you're not hearing what I'm saying. This isn't about whatever your chat is saying. I have nothing to do with any of this other than I pass your lives, and every time I'm in here, it's bashing people 24/7. This isn't about, I don't know, I don't care if they don't deserve it. I don't care if they do deserve it. I get it. I feel the same way. People are getting scam calls left and right outside of this internet vibe. This
Yeah.
thing has gone on and it's evolved and it's going to continue evolving, but trashing people online isn't going to stop it. And I don't know, it doesn't matter what I have to say because you guys have all decided that I'm, just this Karen or whatever with a Cash App in my bio and all this other. I don't deal with the drama. I really, all for one, I'm
And that's your
disappointed.
choice, your decision.
Well, apparently your chat seems to think I'm some scammer now. I
I'm
really
not
don't
listening
care.
to the chat. I'm listening to you.
All I know is the All for One I knew a year ago was not who I'm seeing now, and I am frustrated. And I felt like I wanted to say something because I did reach out for help for one point in time, and thankfully I didn't need it. I pulled myself together, and I don't need an applause for that. I just wanted you to know that what I'm seeing happening now, it hurts me because, and it has nothing to do with about who these people are. I don't know any of these backstories. All I see is a picture on a screen and a whole lot of bashing people. And there's a lot of problems a lot of people in the world have, and whether they're doing it on purpose and yeah, they probably are. Okay. My simple thought is, instead of allowing this to take hold of you and being as angry as you are about it and framing it in the way you're doing it right now, bypass it, ignore it, and focus on positivity. Focus on the ones that are taking your help. That's my thought process. And I appreciate you letting me come up here and talk. I'm not trashing you by any means. I just needed to be heard because I don't understand what took place in a year's time
Can I
to
say
see
something?
this.
I've been with him for 4 years, and I'm sorry. I'm just letting you know that he is like, I know him outside of this app completely. Jeff isn't in here bashing anybody. I think if you fly by and you hear us saying something negative, we are the last ones that try to bash anybody, okay? Because we don't stand for that. So I'm sorry
Okay.
if you're misinterpreting what you think you're
It's
hearing.
not a
That maybe you should.
misinterpretation. It's not what I think I'm hearing. It's what I'm hearing.
No,
And you're
well,
not
ma'am,
going to
I'm
tell me
sorry.
otherwise. No, I don't think you are. I appreciate your opinion, and I
Yeah.
appreciate you standing up for All for One, and I don't have a problem with that because I don't dislike All for One. I can't believe the change.
Can I
And
ask what you're considering bashing? Just out of curiosity,
all of
what are
it,
you
just
hearing?
getting online talking about how they're not helping, they're not getting a job, they're not doing, you
Yeah.
guys don't have a
How's that
clue
bashing?
what they're doing outside of what they're doing in their life.
Oh
You have
no,
no
that's
idea what
wrong.
other people's
Ma'am, you're
lives
wrong
are.
on that. You're wrong on that
Listen,
because
then that's
people
fine. If you want to delve that much into other people's lives, there needs to be some internal work then, because I don't
we don't
understand
go
why it's that
private.
damn
We go
serious.
on, okay, you know what? I'm sorry, but I think as you can see, most people that are in here do know what we're about, and I'm sorry that you
Well,
don't. I
actually,
really
that's a good
apologize for that.
question. Hold on a second. What do you think that I should change about bringing awareness and resources?
I think my issue here is I never saw you as somebody as bringing awareness. I saw you as somebody that was in the community, whatever community it could have been, that was reaching out to help people that needed assistance. And then all of a sudden, and maybe I was wrong, maybe I just caught you doing that one day, or maybe I misheard and didn't stay long enough or whatever. And then all of a sudden it's turned into this. And if you have evolved from helping people to now bringing awareness to scammers by doxing people online, that's another thing. Like,
Well,
I don't
first
know,
off, let me
but
let me
that's all
cut you
I've
off
seen
right
in the
there.
last
That's
year.
one thing that I won't do is
Don't
dox, but I will turn around and put out the information that I did research, and I still won't dox. But that being
It's
said,
roughly
that's
the same
interesting you
thing.
said that.
What'd you say
Um,
at the end?
what's that?
What'd you say at the end? I spoke
That's
over you.
interesting you brought that up because we don't believe in doxing.
Well, you guys sure as hell did your information on me as I was talking to you, your chat. So I don't know what kind of backlash I'm going to get for coming up here and having a conversation with you, but I just don't know. Maybe I thought that this
Then
was a
I'll tell you
different
what,
environment.
the
I don't
next
know.
time a 65-year-old woman gets taken for $2,000, I'll make sure I send her your way. And you can
Why?
explain to
Why
her
would you
how
do
it's
that?
okay she got
Why would
taken
you
for
do that? Is that
2 grand.
not doxing people, or is that not bringing
How's
people
that
into stuff?
doxing? I'm not
It's
giving her
okay.
any of your
I'm
home
not
addresses.
I'm not talking about personal information when I say
No, no,
doxing.
no, no, no. You're
I'm
missing what
using it as a blanket term. I
you're missing
apologize.
what I just said.
No. I'm not taking responsibility for that. I refuse to, because you know what? Before there was online scams and this live BS with TikTok, there were scammers on your phone doing the exact same thing. So you're not going to sit here and say because you were unable to make this awareness
You're
possible
you're
because I said something about it
you're
is
grasping at straws now.
no, I'm not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
You're
are.
not going to make this about me because I come up
Well,
here and I
obviously
simply
you are
said,
because you came up in the
I'm not,
box.
no, I just wanted to talk to you because I didn't understand, like, from what when I ran across you the first time and the understanding of the person I thought you were versus what I've grown into see, or of not who the person, but the concept of what you were doing. I
Uh-huh.
was amazed with, and I was thankful because I was in a hard place and there was things
Well,
going
and
on, and it was helpful. And
I'm
then
glad.
it evolved into this, and it's completely changed my, I
Well,
don't
then
know.
you have obviously not paid attention in the past 40
Clearly,
years
I haven't. No, I guess I've
because
been under a rock.
here's a good example for you to turn around and leave off before I turn around and remove you from the box. Austin
This is
Tamargo.
unbelievable.
Austin Tamargo.
I don't know these names
Oh,
because I
well,
don't
do your
focus on
research
them.
on him.
I don't need to
Because,
because it's going to make me hateful and mean and
and you
mad
know
at the
what? The
world.
bad thing
And
about
all
it
I'm
is,
focused on is
how about
taking
the
care of my family.
$80,000 he got in 1 year, didn't pay a single dime on taxes? And how's that fair to
Do
you?
you know how many people are in prison right now for fraud, grand larceny, all these things?
But he's
And
not.
okay, I understand that, but you have no authority to put him where in a place where he needs to be. Yes, you can make people
We can
aware of it.
Yeah, where
expose
he
it.
Fine.
We
doesn't
can
You
need to
can
be is
expose
not
it.
on
expose it. You can
TikTok.
expose it. That's fine.
Yes.
But
Yeah,
to
and
get
that's what we did.
together and then you guys are trashing the situation or whatever, I don't care. And then you're lifting yourselves up like, oh, well, I worked 5 jobs. It was so
I have a good
difficult. It's
example.
like we've
Wait,
all done it.
wait a
I'm
minute. I have a
busting
good
my ass.
example. I have a good example. Let
And
me
I
just
don't
give
need
you
an
an example.
applause.
Let me
Go
give you an
ahead.
example. So let's just say this Austin Tamargo that we're talking about, right? Actually made a video. I'm a type 1 diabetic. He made a video saying he didn't care that I had diabetes and that God probably wouldn't have given it to me if I was a better person. Put that video out online. Was I supposed to just keep my mouth shut and think, oh, God bless him, bless his heart, he's such a good person? These are the kind of people we're dealing with on here anyway. You need to
choose
understand
to.
that.
You choose to.
What?
By continuing to feed into it and comment and react to it and
No, we are
whatever.
saving people. We're
No,
saving
if you
people from
just,
falling for scams.
well,
Sorry.
I hope
You're wrong
that
on
you
that.
guys do save people. I do. I
We
truly
have
believe
saved
and
people.
hope that you guys do
Ew.
make people aware to stay away from it. But in my opinion, TikTok makes money off of people sitting in live rooms. And when you guys are blasting their pictures and their information as far as their profile, all that, it's pulling people to their rooms,
So no,
which is
wait a minute.
then
Wait a minute.
giving them money via the lives. Am I not right?
How's putting up their profile doxing or?
Because it's not doxing, but
Yeah, but you know what it
it's
does?
giving you your viewers
Yeah,
the information so that they
right.
can go
Keep
and
going.
babysit the platform so
Keep
that
going.
that person can get revenue.
How are they going to get revenue if we turn around and make people aware in the chat? Do you know how many people turn around and DM individuals that's susceptible to giving a person money when they don't need it? You don't know that, do you?
Okay. All I know is I'm sitting here watching your comments talking about I'm slow and I'm clueless and I can't deal with this. I am trying to have a conversation and here we are with the trashing and the bullying and I can't, I'm done.
All right.
I
Well, then you have the
appreciate
day you
the
deserve.
conversation. I appreciate what you were helping when I ran into you. I appreciate that you're still offering that help and I hope you do well with that as well as the
It has. Ask
awareness.
the lady that I turn around and save 10 acres for.
I
Have a good
wasn't
day.
being I wasn't being
Oh my gosh. Ooh.
Can
She
I
said,
hijack you live, Jeff?
what's that?
Can I hijack you live?
For what?
Um, a birthday shout out.
Okay, go ahead.
Is
I
Minnesota
know
still here?
who. Minnesota girl should be in here.
Would you want to take a box for 30 seconds? So we can all sing her happy birthday. Her birthday's tomorrow. So everybody wish Minnesota girl a happy birthday.
Happy birthday. No, I'm not causing trouble.
Happy
Somebody that
birthday.
obviously doesn't get a clue about what awareness is all about. Respectfully. Look, I can turn around and offer resources on end to the end of time. Problem is if nobody wants to take those resources, that's on them. And if they choose not to take those resources, then why not bring awareness in the proper way? I mean, I'm just straight up saying it, the honest God truth. And that's her choice. She was entitled to her opinion, ladies and gentlemen. I want to make that very well said. That is her choice, her opinion. Sorry, hard to read the chat. Let's go back to the picture.
And you have saved people. I remember that one in,
No,
I think
it wasn't just
Live.
me. It wasn't just me. Let's get that clear. It was everyone that helps.
Oh, that
Everyone,
grandma.
because it's
Austin
important.
money.
It's important that everyone is included because that's what it's about. You know, some people turn around and give ideas. Some people turn around and DMs. Yes, exactly. You can lead a horse to water, but you can't force it to drink. And that's the thing. All right, Hope, have a safe night, sweetheart. Take care. But I mean, if we're not going to help people and give them the resources and the tools to turn around and try to get the help, and they continue to keep going on to take other people's money, that is a consistent, constant track of them wanting to turn around and take other people's money. Plain and simple.
Detail. Alive here ever asked for large coin gifts?
Right.
Well,
And that's the thing is that we're here to help people get better. If they don't want to, that's on them. But it's also on me, being that it's a public app, to turn around and put out the awareness on an individual. I'm just being honest. There's no bashing, there's no beating, there's no nothing.
well, there's always going to be types of people out in the world that decided and chose to drink Jim Jones Kool-Aid. That's all I'm saying.
Right. Now, if you want to get into a live and support their live and gift them and stuff like that, that's your choice. I'm not telling anybody what to do, period. I mean,
Mm.
0 followers? Oh, I don't know.
Wow.
Well, and the thing is, it is what it is, you know,
Yeah.
and people are going to have their own decisions and make up their own minds. However, that being said, let's move on.
Keep up, man.
So when it comes to receipts, you know, I'm all about receipts. That being said, here's receipt number 1. CC fam. Okay. I gave her a list, copy and paste in Google search bar. You'll start looking up for jobs. Yes, everybody's entitled to ask an opinion. Read it ahead. Sorry. But here are some examples that I sent off to the CC fam, Sierra. Now, she could sit and turn around and say, Muffin Man's wife, she could sit and say that she's turned around and she's called those numbers. Good. I'm glad. That's great. Good job. Way to go. You know, and that's without saying, you're trying. You're trying. Okay. That's understandable. There you go. There's additional receipts. And now, that being said, she has no longer further reached out to me for any additional work from home jobs. She stated to me that she has turned around and applied for them. That being said, my opinion, we're all entitled to our opinions. My opinion is she may have reached out to him. I don't think she filled any of those forms out. I don't think she's turned around and actually went in and done the application process. You know, I could sit here and turn around and run around and say that I work for the FBI, and half of you will probably believe it, when in actuality, I don't. Yeah, we're going to get into that, Christina. Yeah. So that being said, how far did she reach out to get jobs? She has seizures. I'm sorry that she does. She has medical issues. Sorry that she does. But how far do you go until you realize that, yeah, she has to put in the footwork. Yes, I agree. And that being said, here's the receipts that I turned around and actually gave her for job searches. And that was her choice. Yes, they are tough. I do agree. I'm not going to disagree. And, work from home jobs are going to be tough. They are not easy. Heather, friend, turned around and stated that they are not the easiest ones. But Living Proof, Sandy Bivens, another TikToker on here, creator, between her daughter, they both got work from home jobs. So that's proof in itself that it does work. And anybody else that's turned around and gotten work from home jobs, whether it be on the link tree or on their own, good job. I'm proud of you all. But that's the thing. You got to do the footwork and the hard work to get those jobs. It's not easy. It's not fun. It's a lot of time. But if that's the time that you can sit on here asking other people for money, then why do you need this?
Yeah.
Now, this is a public app. This is GoFundMe. And I'm only asking for the simple fact, why do you need 10 grand? Since when is it everybody else's responsibility to give you $10,000? And it's funny and interesting that she drops this the time of tax time. They state that they have applied to countless jobs and received interviews with no callbacks. Okay, you don't get a callback. You call them back and say, hey, can I turn around? Are you still interested? Am I still hireable? You don't sit and wait for them to call you. You call them, which shows initiative for you wanting to get a job. plain and simple. And this is not hate and harassment and bullying at all. This is straight facts and honest truth. But that being said, her mom is a leaseholder on the apartment. Okay, good. But now she went live with her mom and stated that she wanted to turn around and go back to Tennessee with her mom. I don't know why she battles her boyfriend, but that's between them. But she wants to go back to Tennessee. And the thing about it is that you want to go back to Tennessee. I understand that, but do you have a car? Do you have transportation to get your goods home? I mean, and now she states that she's pregnant, but yet last week, if memory serves me correct, she stated that she wanted to turn around and get pregnant. So if that's from last week to this week, and now all of a sudden she's pregnant, answer me this question. Why would a pregnant woman take Tylenol without getting advice from her OBGYN? Asking for a friend, just, asking for a friend. And yes, she was in a hot tub last night. That's not recommended, especially if your medical condition states it, and to the fact that, you're a high risk pregnancy now, and you're taking Tylenol, something's not adding up. I'm just saying. Tylenol is safe for pregnancies? Oh, I would probably want to talk to my OBGYN before I turn around and pop in some Tylenol. I'm just saying. But that's just me. But a hot tub? No, I don't think that's really safe. That runs up your blood pressure. It causes strain on your body. Just saying, you know. Okay. Good to know. Thanks, Spooks. Thanks, everybody, for that note. But I didn't think that it was, but that's just me. I'm just saying. But that's why advice from women who know that is good to have. Yeah, I wouldn't take it. I take a leave. A leave is the best. But that's besides the fact. That's between her and her physician and so forth. But the simple fact is, doesn't seem like she's really working hard for getting that job. It still seems like she's trying to manipulate people into believing that she's getting a job. If you had to ask me, I don't feel that she's going to. That's my opinion. I'm entitled to it. So all I'm saying is pay attention to who you want to donate, because I know I wouldn't donate to anybody scamming, begging, or asking for money on this app, period. And that's my choice. But if you want to, you can go right ahead. Just remember, you'll never see it back. You'll never get that money back. You'll never be able to claim them on your taxes. But do I feel that she's pregnant? No. No. There you go. Data annotations website. There you go. See, that's individuals helping other individuals. Thank you, April, for putting out there. Now, is that a specific website, data annotations? Because if it is, just put that in, put .com, and then hopefully it'll take you there. But that's how a community of individuals help people. All right, we're going to let some people up in the box. I'm done talking about scammers and burgers tonight.
I just want to say something to Brittany.
Yes.
When Kim was eating her burrito, did that make you miss Austin and his BBW, his big
I was
beautiful?
over here bawling like a baby. I wanted a BBB from I wanted to share one with him. Yes.
Maybe he's
Yes, it
with
was
Kim.
hard. Do what?
Maybe he's with Kim.
Maybe he introduced her to the BBB. That's so
How you
funny.
doing, Ash?
Oh,
Hello?
yeah, you're off
Hello.
mute.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to talk over them.
No, you're okay.
So with my situation, so you knew my situation, how I was staying with my sister and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
Well, I moved into this trailer and I saved screenshots and pictures and stuff like that. I have only stayed there for a total of 4 days due to the landlord not wanting to fix the water heater. She said she fixed it, but it didn't get fixed. Then the sewage came up into the bathtub, the shower. Thankfully, like, I never get approved for nothing, but I found an apartment complex that my friend was like, go apply here. And they go by your income and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I've never been approved for an apartment that fast. Like, I prayed, like, deeply prayed. And then 30 minutes later, she's like, oh, you're approved and you don't have to pay the double deposit and stuff like that. So it so happened to be that it was $500, and then the landlord that the slumlord that I'm renting from, she's actually only given me $500 back out of $1,500 that I paid to move in, and I only stayed there for 4 days.
I have a website and a link tree for legal assistance at a reduced cost. If you need help finding it, I will get it for you. If you
Yeah,
want to
that's
get
fine.
that remainder money back, or at least try to work on it. But remember, in order to turn around and get that money back, you're going to have to spend a few dollars for that legal assistance.
Yeah, the lawyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to know that. But yeah, I was approved and we're actually going to move in this week. But the lady, she was like, well, she said in the text message, she said, no matter what I do, it seems like you're not pleased. I was like, well, I'm not pleased. I don't have working warm water, and the sewage came up into my bathtub multiple times. And I have kids here.
Right.
So she was like, well, I'm going to give you your $500 back, and then we're going to go our separate ways, and I need you out by the 1st. I was like, no, ma'am, you're going to have to give me some time to move into my new place.
You could file for small claims court to get that money back too.
Yeah, I
And
might try to do that.
you could represent yourself in court for that.
Yeah.
But you gotta go through the contract to see what is specifically stated in that contract, what you could potentially lose. But being that you have the pictures and everything to show proof to the courts, yes,
Yeah, screenshots and everything.
Or
And
get a building inspector to come out and look at it, and he can see what's going on, and then you get an official report.
Yep.
Let me try to show the last text message she wrote. I don't think it gives me an option to do a green screen on here. Oh yeah, it does, I think. But let me try to
there's
find
no
the
names
last.
in there, is there?
No, I think I screenshotted that out. Let me.
But yeah. And I saw that Cece was in the here, came in. Cece, do you want a box? I'd certainly like to know how you're waking out with those jobs and if you need further jobs.
Okay, I just screenshotted something else. I gotta exit out and then go back.
I would definitely go to the building inspector. I had a similar case when I lived in one of my first apartments, and they came in, and miraculously the next day I got my full deposit back.
Okay, hold on.
I think every person that was there knew her because she was very involved. People from
There you go.
church, her school.
Let me get a screenshot of that.
Moment.
Okay. So she's refunding your deposit of $500 back.
Called me.
5 more months of investigation. HPD is still searching for Gallermo's killer.
But I paid her the $1,500, and I even said it at the bottom. I was like, but honestly, I paid $1,500, and I don't feel like it's fair that she's not giving me at least $1,000 back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now,
and
what did you pay her first and last?
let me try to. I'm gonna show y'all what the bathtub had looked like. Can't find it.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
I trust you enough. Yeah, April, I agree. Take her to small claims court. So that's going to require for you to just go down to the courthouse. Hold on.
Yeah, I tried to do that.
We'll put it up. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so it was a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It really was. So,
Did you
but I'm
pay
gonna
the additional $1,000 first and
a choice to move, but I really had no choice to move. I can't legally stay there with kids with no working hot
No, you
water
can't.
and
but
sewage
that's
coming up
why
from the
you
bathtub,
need
and I told her that. But
a building inspector. Because if he
the thing
deems
is,
it
I tried to contact the
unsafe,
city, but since it is the same city, but it's out in the country by the highway,
oh,
so they said I had to go through the county. Everything I've had to do, and I've tried to get a building inspector. I even tried to hire like one that would be cheap enough, and they said, well, the thing is, I don't own it, and they can't. I had already moved in and stuff like that,
Right.
so they couldn't really do much about that. And I tried before I even moved in to try to get inspectors, and they said like they had no clue, like the city had no clue because it's out in the county, but it's the same city on the address.
Right.
Yeah, so,
is there
but
any
yeah.
way you can get out by the first? Because technically, if you move on the third, and I'm only playing devil's advocate here, if you move out on the third, that's technically your last month.
Mhm.
So unless you can get some official come in there and document it, um, or to get that $1,000 back.
Yeah, she said she was gonna give me the 500 back for sure, but I'm like, you know what? I mean, it's only 500 to get into the other apartment because that's the deposit to get into the apartment, and it's what the 1 month free or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I got approved for that, and I've never been approved for it. Like I said, I prayed before, like whenever I went and took the application fee there, I was like, yeah, I'm probably not gonna get approved because I've had to run from so much domestic violence and stuff, and whenever that landlord texted me back, she was like, I need you out by the first or whatever. And then she was like, no matter what I do, you're not happy. And I'm like, I mean, I'm not a hard person to, like, I just want everything to work if I'm paying 1,000 a month, living in. And I'm over here at my aunt's house because I can't stay at my house, and that's 30 minutes away.
Mm.
He had to miss 2 days of school, and I let them know the truth of what happened, how I can't stay in my house, and that city's so small over there that there's no hotels.
Wow.
So I can't just get a hotel and take them back and forth to school. I just have to wake up extra early and just take them to school and just sit there throughout the day by myself or something. But thankfully it's in the same city, and whenever I get my money in or whatever, I'm going to be paying for the in-city U-Haul, so I could just move everything all at once. Somebody said they'll help me move everything for free because I moved it basically by myself in the trailer. So, but yeah, I just think it's horrible how people have to go through like slumlords like that, and especially like it's like she took advantage of my situation because I was already going through stuff with my kids. She should never have accepted my money without it's worked at first. And
Right.
even the garden bathtub that was in my bathtub in my bathroom,
Mm-hmm.
it had a crack in it with a patch, like a piece of tape over it.
Oh, wow.
And you could see the sunlight from underneath the trailer when the sun would hit it right.
Wow.
So if you add a little bit of water, it might just fall through, and that's a hazard.
Yeah, it is health hazard.
Yeah, we tried to call the health department and everything, and I'm honestly waiting to move out so I can kind of post her on Facebook groups after I move out and warn people not to rent from her.
Right.
But I just want to make sure she gives me my 500 first before I move into my place, and then I'm gonna
I
show
agree.
my receipts and stuff on the local
There
groups
you
and
go.
warn people not to rent from her.
Yep.
But I have tried the health department. I've tried everything. I've called the building inspector. I've told them the situation, told them how the sewage was coming up into. Nobody would help me. It's like city will do something and up into. Nobody would help me. It's like county really don't care. They don't. They're way
Yeah,
different
and
than
the reason that
cities.
being is because most counties or municipalities don't want to get involved for the legal reasons.
Yeah, that's probably it's basically a civil matter. So. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. But whenever you get off, you could just message, or I can look at the link
thing again, and
Yep.
I could just try to see, because I am in Texas. I could tell you where, but I can't tell anybody
No.
else.
That's fine. That's fine. That's the
But
way it needs to
yeah, so
be.
I just have to look for an attorney in Texas.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
Thank you,
All
dear.
right. Thank you.
Hi, Sandy. How you doing, dear? Sandy? Is Sandy here with us still? Okay. Let's get Carla up here. She's been waiting very patiently. Hi, Carla. How you doing, dear?
Hi, Jeff. Hanging in there.
That's good.
Um,
That's good.
yeah, I've been sitting back listening to your live, and I was in a bad situation, and I reached out to resources way before I reached out to um, you and Sunrise and all them, and really stressing. Yes, I did get a job. It's not the best paying job, but you know what? It's a foot in the door. That's how I look at it. It took a little bit of stress off of me, but if people really put the effort into going out and doing that stuff, they can succeed too. I mean, I want to be a success story. I'm not all the way there yet, but I'm getting there. I also apply for other jobs as well. If I have to work 2 jobs, 3 jobs, whatever, get
Right.
myself back up that ladder. But if I can do it, and I'm in a bad situation, anyone out there can do it. And the one lady that was on here mentioned about you don't know what they're doing off the app. Well, when are they off the app? Well, I was on the app.
Can you
You're
hear
right.
me now, Jeff?
There she is. Hey, hold on a
All
sec, Carla. How
right.
you doing, dear?
I'm trying to figure out this damn thing. I don't know how to work this thing.
Oh yeah, it's okay. Sort of like somebody that doesn't know how to operate their new car.
Yeah, me. I can't operate shit here.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah. I wanted to tell you, we've been using the link tree. My daughter got her job. She got a lawyer to help her get her Social Security.
There you go.
We got a lady that was in a DV situation. We got her taken care of.
Good. That's good to
My
hear.
granddaughter, my granddaughter got her a job through the link tree, and one of her friends got a job through the link tree.
Well, I'm sorry.
So
It's sad that she feels that that her only goal is to turn around and bash people. First off, I'm not going to bash anybody.
yeah,
I
that
am going to
lady
turn
pissed
around
me
and put
off.
out facts and the truth on individuals that choose not to want to turn around and do better for themselves and take other people's money. That I am going to do. I'm just being honest on that. But you yourself and your family on a resource link tree for the best benefits they can get is proof to the fact that people want to do better. And if that's something that's of a crime, then I'm sorry. You're in the wrong place and the wrong platform for any of it. Because this platform wasn't designed for begging. I mean, crap, 4 years ago, this platform was fun. Does it really look like it's a lot of fun now when I come across somebody wanting $100, $800? No, it's not.
I agree with you, but
The tree's not gonna work if you don't work it.
yes, ma'am, I agree with you.
You've got to work it. You have got to get serious with it. You got to have the time, patience, and you got to sit down and work that thing. It's not gonna jump out at you.
Right.
Exactly. But
Yep.
Yes.
I just want to be that, and I will, watch your lives all for one when you're on Sunrise, etc. But when I get up that ladder, walk up that ladder, that's gonna be my success story right there. And I'm glad I had you guys to reach out to. Even though I did reach out to the resources that were already, in your link tree, I reached out to those before I come on and talk to you. But I am going to be that success story that I made it
Yes, you go
through.
be that success story. It's
You're gonna
true.
be that success story. You gotta work that thing and you gotta work it. And no matter where they send you or what they tell you to do, and if it don't work out the first time, go to something else and you work it.
That's right. And that's what
And
that's what
when
I'm
you got
doing.
when you went for the job interview and you landed that job, what did I tell you? Remember what I texted you?
About congratulations.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yes.
congratulated on you on getting that job. You didn't have to tell me that.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that you landed that job because a
Right.
job is a
I
job.
mean, the pay is terrible for what, because I'm state certified, but, at least it's a step forward.
Yep.
That's one thing that's, I don't have to stress about. And meanwhile, I am trying to find other jobs as well. I had like three other people call me for interviews. It's just I have to stay local right now
Right.
because of my transportation issue, but I am going to be that success story that I'm
You
going
gonna
to
be
reach
that.
out and let you know that, you know what, all for one, I made it. I was
You
at the
gonna make it.
bottom, but I made it.
Yep.
You gonna make it.
Yep, I know I will. I know I will.
You gonna make it.
It's hard because I don't have family and friends to really turn to here in my area. I
Right.
don't have no family at all, period. But you know what? I've been out on my own since I was 16. And if I could survive that long, I can survive now.
Carla, I'm going to send you a link for you to look up for an additional work from home job. Okay.
Okay. Yep. I ain't afraid to work. I want to work.
There you go.
Yep, I want to work.
Well, I think I'm pretty much done for the night. I'm tapped out.
Well, thank you, Jeff. Thank you, everybody willing to listen to my mouth going over here. I hope everybody has a good night and just stay strong. And like I said, I will update as my success story goes forward.
Good luck, honey. Good
Good
luck.
luck, dear.
Good luck,
Thank
dear.
you. Thank you very much. Have a good
Uh,
night.
you too.
Okay, Jeff, I just wanted to let you know we're not finished with the link tree yet.
Good. And let me
Yay.
know
You
if
know.
you come across anything that needs additional assistance. Please reach out to me.
Okay, well, I told you my daughter got a lawyer to help her get her
Yep.
disability.
Yep.
Okay, we
That's
did
great.
that,
That's
and
great.
they were that girl. It's a woman, and she's working on that really, really hard right now.
Okay.
And like I say, my granddaughter got a job, and one of her friends got a job. So
That's
every
good.
day my kitchen table is like tick 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 tick, and they talk
There
on the phone. But I make them lunch, and they happy.
you
So,
go.
but I appreciate
Good.
it, Britt. You take care,
Yes.
honey.
You too, dear.
Alrighty. See ya.
All right, love. I'll see y'all later.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye, babe.
Bye. All
All right.
right. Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Are we done?
I'm done. I'm out. I'm good. Minnesota girl. Happy birthday
Happy
to you.
birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
Birthday.
Minnesota girl.
Oh my.
Happy
Birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
you. That was my
Yay.
best rendition of Kimmy Pooh singing for you.
Oh wow. All
Other than
right.
that,
Love
ladies and
y'all.
gentlemen, I am out of here. I did go over time a little bit. My apologies to everyone and everyone that's running over to Digital Deceivers Live. You guys all take care. Have a safe night. Have a safe rest of the weekend. Let's gear up and get ready for work on Monday. And that's it. Stick a fork in me. I'm done for the night. Ladies and gentlemen, from me to you, have